Dude, that is like just your average Monday.
No.
Just your average day. Oh,
Wait,
Brian.
whoa,
Brian.
Wait.
Yes, though.
Wait. You're not
yes.
You're not talking about like average Monday, like you're pulling bot flies out every Monday.
Way worser than that. And
Let's start the podcast now.
All right, here we go. Starting the podcast now. Before our food gets here, I just want to warn the audience that our food's coming, so we're gonna have to pause to get the food. But when the food gets here, we'll do that.
Throw to ads. We'll throw to ads.
Yeah,
It'll
sure.
be
There
a
we go.
seamless transition.
It'll be seamless. But to get us in the mood for eating, I've got a cool video for you guys. You ready?
Okay.
Here we go. This is a.
Oh,
He's
wow.
got a
I don't
little
know.
something in his mouth here.
I don't know how much I'm going to want to eat after this. Oh, God.
And you can see something kind of poking out there.
Oh, no. Is it a bug? Is it a bug?
What we're looking at for the listeners only, if you're not watching on YouTube, there's a guy's mouth with doctor's hands around it.
This is a
dude.
Looks like
fucking.
he's got
Oh, it's a bot
This is a
fly.
bot fly
it's
video.
a bot fly.
he's got something in his mouth and it's kind of poking. It's kind of poking its head out.
Poking on its own.
I'm grinding
You
my
got-
teeth right now.
You've got doctor's hands kind of working it, and they're trying to work it out with like an iodine
I have hot sauce.
drip. Yeah, hot sauce drip.
Oh,
Now here's the thing. How big do you think
This
this thing
sounds like
is?
it's happening in South America or Latin America.
Well, they're putting some sort of Vaseline or something on it.
this is
God.
by far the hardest type of video for me to watch. Jared,
Oh,
for
just you wait.
Wow.
Jared, I know that you don't like broken bones, like Hall of Meat or like pregnancy videos.
Yeah,
like
you know
birth.
why I'm showing you this? Because
Oh, no, he's squeezing it.
Oh, he's squeezing it. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Because now there's tweezers, and the tweezers are trying to grab the tip.
It's a
of
worm.
This thing, whatever this thing is. Now, I actually don't know. I don't know if this is a maggot or a bot fly. I can't tell.
No.
But it is not small.
Oh.
Wow.
It was like a mealworm.
Wow.
Oh, that was
Now, do you think that guy is completely unconscious, or is he awake?
No, he's awake.
Yeah, he's
fully
moving
awake.
his head. Yeah, he's moving his head. Look at him.
Why are they holding it above his
Because
face?
they're trying to show it to him.
Why?
They're trying to go, never again, sir.
Yeah.
Never again.
That's right. Never put your head in there again.
Man,
What was he doing?
I don't know.
after watching that, I
But here's
like,
the
if
thing.
I thought I had to go to the gym today, I don't anymore because I've just squeezed all of
Yeah.
the muscles in my
You've got-
body so tight.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
done.
juiced out.
Yeah.
The lactic acid is built up through your body. I mean, so people who couldn't see it, it was his upper lip, and it was like on the right side of his upper lip, and it was just filling that lip, a big old bulgy lip.
I need to stretch now.
Oh, that's
Now here's the
foul.
crazy thing. I was talking about this with Kira the other day. That what we just saw right there, and I know there's a lot of healthcare professionals that listen to the show, a lot of nurses. Dude, that is like just your average Monday.
No.
Just your average day. Oh,
Wait,
oh, Brian.
whoa,
Oh, Brian.
Wait.
Oh, yes, though.
Wait.
my friend.
Wait. You're not
Oh,
talking.
yes.
You're not talking about like average Monday, like you're pulling bot flies out every Monday. You're talking
Dude,
about just you see
dude,
fucked up shit in general,
dude.
right?
Way worser than that on
Way-
an average
way
Monday.
worse.
For
Way
me, no.
worse.
For me, no. That's the top tier,
Top tier.
S tier,
man.
fucking hard to watch videos. Yeah.
No, that's pretty.
Dude.
That's probably pretty vanilla.
So
Dude, that's
what would
vanilla.
be? So give me an example of what would be way
The
worse.
other day, Kira came home from work, and I was like, "How was work today?" And she was like, yeah,
Are you allowed to say this?
I don't know."
Yeah,
She was
you just can't say names.
Patient died today. Had to put a toe tag on them. I held their hand while they died. I mean, dude, when was the last time you did that?
But that's like
Okay, hold on. All right,
I mean, that's a
hold
part
on.
of life. That's a part of life.
Okay, man.
So are
what
bot
the
flies.
fuck? So are bot flies. Okay, how about this? Patient, coming into the CVICU with their chest completely open, couldn't close it for whatever reason. Doc just didn't think it was a good idea. Keeps it open, puts saran wrap over top of it, and you just got to sit there
Oh, a
and watch
body
them.
diorama.
You got to watch them while their heart's just beating in front of your face.
See, yes, that is crazy. I totally agree.
It's crazy. Don't
traumatic.
sit here and say, "Oh, but that's not as
No,
bad
no,
as
no,
a bot
no.
fly coming out of someone's mouth." All right, how about this? Wait,
I-
this isn't Kira. Somebody else told us this. A good friend of ours who also worked in the ER happened to see a guy who had Fournier's disease, and that's just a bunch of rot in your cock and your balls and your asshole, literally rotting away.
That's
and it
S tier.
smells
That's high.
really bad.
Yes. Yeah. So that is top tier.
Dude,
way
that
worse.
shit- that
But
shit's
not way
happening-
worse.
That shit is happening every day at the goddamn hospital.
You just
So
don't like
I'm
seeing
saying-
larva.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Subjectively, I'm not saying that the other
Right.
shit isn't fucking crazy and that they
Sure.
don't see a ton of crazy shit on a daily basis. Like the body science diorama thing is
Yeah.
fucked up. The for what is it called?
Fournier's.
Fournier's?
Fournier's.
Fournier's
That
disease,
that
something
is
like that.
that is obviously really hard to deal with.
Larva,
the
larva
body-
is at the top of your tier. Is top tier for you.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, and that's what I'm
I
saying.
see
is-
you.
And
Skin
I
for
see
me,
you.
Yeah, skin
for
stuff.
me, it's the body invaders stuff. Like I think there was a show on like Discovery Channel or like TLC called Body Invaders, and it was just
vaguely
it was just ER departments taking shit out of people's bodies that wasn't supposed to be there.
It's like Dr. Pimple Popper before Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah, or like a guy was biking down the street and his front wheel fell off and he flipped into like one of those, what are they called? The like sticks that stick out of the road sometimes. There's like a
Sticks
funny
that
name for
stick
them.
out
They're
of the
like
road.
they're called like booleans or something. But there's like
Sure.
anyway,
A
whatever it is.
divider of some sort.
Yeah, and like they just like penetrates through the guy's arm, and then they have to like go.
Jer.
That shit for me is.
Did
is
Bridie send you
is
the
nasty.
picture of the crayon?
Yeah,
Yeah, I told her to.
you told, and I said because
I-
it makes me do between the toes stuff.
Oh, that's bad.
It's real bad.
So
That's your top tier.
Bridie and I were recording
it
yesterday.
makes me feel real weird.
Between
Bridie-
the toes.
Bridie and I were recording yesterday, and it was like a Metapedia or like a Miss Jeremie or something.
Yeah.
It was an Instagram post of a guy who, I don't know, like he must have just been like trying to punt something or some shit.
Yeah,
But it was a
knows?
dad, and he accidentally wedged a crayon up in his foot between his big toe and his second toe, all the way in,
through the skin,
through the skin, all the way in, up between the toes.
like this much, like an inch of crayon
Fucking
into his foot.
Nasty photo.
Yeah.
From in his toe webbing. And
Yes,
toe
the
webbing,
webbing.
there's something about webbing that's just
Yeah,
It's
like
yeah.
like paper cutting the webbing of your
yeah,
fingers and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. When Jackass paper cut the webbing of their
Oh my
toes,
God.
like, dude, that shit
Yeah.
just makes you want to
Everything everywhere all at once. There's a scene, a paper cut scene that's very funny, but also the whole time I was going, ew, no,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no,
It
no,
makes
no.
you
that
feel.
that crayon between the toes. That's another prime example of like the things I don't like in your bodies.
But again, like, you know, think about all of our friends that work in the ER. You know, you got people coming in there with fucking table legs shoved up their assholes. They've been sounding their urethra with fucking coat hangers and getting infections. Like
I
that
think-
shit's happening all the
personally,
time.
I'm just
All
saying
the time.
personally,
all the time.
personally,
Ah!
I am more okay with the thing in your body if it went through a hole that already exists. If it's making its own hole,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
that's fucked up.
Okay,
But like
that's a good criteria.
Even the rocks glass in the
In the
urethra,
yeah.
like for me, it's hard to look at for sure.
I'm gonna have to agree to disagree on this
But
one.
at least
So
the
you-
hole that it
you
went
like,
in through.
You get it?
No,
Yeah,
I was like, I get it.
Because here's what I don't get.
because I
Here's
just
what
look
I
at
don't
that
get
and I
about
go,
that.
it's scratching an itch.
Here's what I
It's
don't get.
scratching an
Yeah,
itch.
here's what I don't get about that. That reminds me of like the Animatrix when things happen that aren't physically possible.
Yeah.
And the guy runs so fast that he busts through his own skin and goes into the Matrix. I mean, that's that rocks glass busting somehow into some woman's urethra.
Bussin'.
Guys,
Busting. Yeah.
guys, how did we get here?
Well, we got here because I wanted to start off the podcast with something really grotesque and nasty because it's been a while. And now we're going to move on to another thing that's a bit grotesque and nasty, but in a different way. This is a story coming out of India. A couple is suing their son and daughter-in-law for $650,000 for not giving them a grandchild.
Okay, I sent this to you the other day, and I meant to look
This
into.
is
I meant to look
hilarious.
into it. Did you look into it at all?
We're about to look into it right now.
I was wondering like what the deal, because I know that if you have an arranged marriage, that there's like, and I believe it's the daughter's family, like the daughter comes with dude. This offends my sensibilities as a Western person
Sure.
that that the daughter comes with, like, just to say that, the
With a
daughter-
guarantee of at least a kid.
of like a no that the daughter comes with a dowry of like
Sure,
of like some
right.
type of it's almost like sweetening the deal.
Like some
Right.
sort of money or value that is
Yeah.
also added in addition with the person.
Right, because
Right.
it's like, you are going to marry our daughter, and basically we're also going to like give you
You
this
smell it?
these assets of some kind.
It smells like misogyny.
Dude, yeah, dude, it is.
Yeah.
A couple in India are taking legal action against their son and his wife, accusing the younger couple of inflicting, quote, mental cruelty on them by not producing a grandchild. Sanjeev Parsad, 61, and his wife Sadhana, 57, say their son Shrey Sagar and his wife Shubhangi Sinha should pay them $650,000 if the couple does not give them a grandchild within a year, according to the BBC. The older couple, who live in the northern India state of Uttarakhand, told the Times of India that the sum is what they spent on Shrey, who is now 35. This includes a $65,000 bill for Shrey's pilot training in the U.S. in 2006 and a luxury car gifted to him for his wedding. Quote, I have only one son. I spent all my savings on his upbringing and education. Sanjeev Prasad told the Times of India, quote, he returned to India in 2007 due to the economic recession abroad. He had lost his job and could not find another for over 2 years. I supported him financially during this period as well. He added that he arranged a marriage for his son with Shubhangi, now 31, after the younger man finally secured a job. However, he accused the couple of immense mental harassment by
The
not
son?
giving. No, the father
Oh.
is accusing the couple of immense mental harassment by not giving them a child despite being married for 6 years now.
Can you just countersue for the mental harassment of the initial lawsuit of
I mean,
Demanding a human production.
perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sanjeev Parsad said the young couple live in separate states because of work, and that their daughter-in-law doesn't stay with them, which has, quote, added to their sufferings and caused the older couple immense pain. The couple's lawyer, A.K. Srivastava, told local news outlet ANI News that the case portrays the truth of society. We invest in our children, make them capable of working in good firms. Children owe their parents basic financial care, the lawyer said, adding that the pair either wanted a grandchild within a year or monetary compensation.
I am so fascinated to see if that has any teeth.
Srivastava told The National that the older couple was suing because of mental cruelty. Quote, it is a dream of every parent to become a grandparent, the lawyer said. They have been waiting years to become grandparents. The BBC reported that the Prasad's court petition has a court date for May 17th. That was 2 days ago as of recording this. Some Indian couples have faced immense pressure from family members to produce children. Some Indian mothers have reported experiencing physical abuse for not producing a male heir after having a daughter. All of this to say, it's kind of, I mean, like I get there's some cultural differences here, but this is kind of dumb. You know?
Yeah.
A little stupid.
Yeah.
Like what if they can't?
yeah.
That's my
question.
what if this guy's
Yeah.
sperm are as weird as yours?
Which,
know?
and what if they can't afford IVF or don't want to do IVF
Or don't want to
Yeah.
do that.
or can't
Or
like,
what if
or can't culturally
if-
or socially talk about it.
Sure. Or what if they just don't fucking want a fucking kid because the goddamn planet's about to catch on fire next week and never put the fire out?
Yeah. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy.
It's
and
totally
and
insane.
I totally don't buy the cultural argument at all.
Well, there is. I
Like-
mean,
like-
hold on. I get that, but there is a.
No, I know there are
culture
different-
is at play here.
No, I know that
For sure.
But what I'm
But
saying
it's
I don't buy.
fucking dumb.
What I don't
Like,
buy is the argument that I'm making up in my head that I'm sure somebody else, either listening to this or somewhere out there, is making by saying it's a cultural thing
Right,
and
right,
passing
right,
it
right,
off
right.
as okay because it's a cultural
Yeah, yeah.
thing, as if just because it's a difference in culture makes it okay.
Yeah. I agree with you.
What we're talking
100%.
about is somebody saying to somebody else that they should give birth to somebody.
And it comes at a
Which
very
is that,
I mean, this is very similar to
Totally.
this is very similar to the fucking. It's different, but it's not that far off from like the fucking abortion
100%.
discussion that's happening in the U.S. right now. It's
100%.
somebody going, I have say over your fucking body and what you do with your fucking
That's
body.
my point. Yeah.
And if you don't do it, I'm gonna reap benefits from it because you owe me.
which is
And
interesting.
it's like, well, that's her body, man. Like it's their fucking bodies. They don't want to have the kid.
and again, like
get the fuck out of here.
I know that
I would hate
that
my parents,
the
dude.
familial-
I would go. All right, and now
and we're done.
And now I'm gonna sever the ties.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thanks for the education. Bye.
and the
Bye.
Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And I know that familial relationships are different in different cultures, and they're closer in some and not in others.
Totally.
But just the idea, and again, it's like it offends the Western sensibilities. The idea that like, it's like that's not unconditional love. That's conditional love.
Yeah.
Well, and from when my mom went and lived in China and was teaching English there, like she said, it's interesting that the difference in family dynamics and the care for elderly. I know we've talked about like elderly care here, and about the fact that we put our elderly folks in like long-term
In
care
jails.
homes and
yeah,
and
like old
effectively in a
people
lot of
jail.
cases they are
Yeah.
like old people jails.
Yeah.
And is that the right thing to do?
No,
I don't think so.
No.
Probably
But
not.
what is the answer for that? And in China, like your parents take care of you while you're young.
Yeah.
You grow up, you get a family and a job, and there are multi-generational homes.
Yeah.
And the kids take care of the parents as they age, and they live in the homes
Does
with
the
them.
legal system have a place to intervene when that relationship doesn't take place?
Always,
This is why.
I think.
This is
From
why.
my perspective.
Yeah, and this is
You
why
know?
I think Midsommar was such a great film, because it really showed what we should be doing, which is that when you hit a certain age, you go up to the top of the cliff and you say your goodbyes, and then you jump.
Mm-hmm.
You jump.
Go to Valhalla.
And you go to Valhalla.
yeah,
you have
I
a
mean-
you have a very like righteous death.
We have that in Canada now. It's called MAID.
Yeah.
Would you like to jump off the cliff and
would
go
you-
to Valhalla?
Would you like to go?
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
there's a fucking-
Yeah, we're
the
going
Nor-
to have
the
70 virgins
what's it-
in
what's it-
Valhalla.
Yeah, the Norsemen.
Yeah.
But I don't want to jump. Well, you kind of have to. It's
You
part
have
of-
to jump.
You have to jump. So yeah,
Guys, we
there's a story about a couple of shitty parents.
We have to have a food break.
food break. All right, here we go. We will be back.
The cool thing is if
In
you're listening or
You're
You're not
watching,
even going to know.
Yeah, you're not even gonna know.
Oh, yeah. Yo, I get your noise thing now. Your like mouth sound thing that you got. Whatever that fucking
Misophonia?
Yeah, I get it.
why?
I have it
Why?
with-
And,
I have it
and how
with-
did that start?
I have it with Zaya. She
Right.
makes a sucking.
Now you fucking get it.
She
Like,
makes a sucking noise
dude. Ew.
when she's on when I hold her, and it actually like it makes me angry. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
But I don't get it. Like if you
But-
did it now, it wouldn't matter.
But my mouth thing doesn't do that to you.
It does to me.
No.
It doesn't matter to me
No,
where it's fucking coming
it makes
from. I
me go
fucking hate
when
it.
you do it. I go.
It actually
I go,
makes
why,
me
I
fucking
go, why are
angry.
you doing that? Like, but it doesn't
Yeah.
make me angry.
No, it
But
makes me angry.
She does it like in my ear when she goes like she goes like, and I'm like,
Dude,
and I'm like, oh fucking stop it.
And you shake her.
Yeah, And,
How many shakes do you think you take?
dude, I shake her and
To
she goes.
shut her-
When
to
I shake
shut her
her,
down.
when I shake her, she goes to sleep.
That's not sleep.
Are we recording again? Are we back?
We've been recording.
Have we been back?
Yeah, let's start with that.
No, we can't.
When I
No,
shake
no,
her,
no.
she goes to sleep. That's not sleep.
But that's what I'm talking about, dude. That
That's the
noise,
cold
that
open.
noise really does like it. So the way you get aggravated by it,
What are you doing?
I get aggravated by that. I'm aggravated that he's licking your leg right now. Like,
Wait,
if I could hear that right now, I would fucking punch him in his butthole. Donut. Dude, shut the fuck up, dude. Fuck off with that. Listen,
wait. Is that like
definitely fuck off with it on a podcast because there's other people
we
listening
didn't start
right
recording
now.
yet? We didn't start recording.
Yes, we did. And this is
It's
all
all
going
recording.
in. This is all fucking going in. When you make that noise on a fucking podcast, there's people out there that have what I have.
I'll start right after that.
It doesn't
That
matter.
sounds
The audio, I'm in control of what happens on CBC Podcast, the audio app.
Well,
And
you're
this
gonna
is what's going on.
You're gonna want to make sure you're just watching the video, then I suppose.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All right, let's move right along here. Moderna. You guys are familiar with Moderna? You heard of this? Moderna.
One of my favorite pharmaceutical companies.
Moderna's
I'm kind of tired of hearing about them.
Moderna's got a mRNA vaccine for HIV. I think we've talked about this in the past.
Have we?
We mentioned the possibility of it. That's for sure.
Well, they
yes.
have it, and they're starting human trials right now.
Interesting.
Before 2020, many of us had never heard of mRNA. With the development of the COVID-19 vaccines dependent on this molecule, though, it was all over the news. COVID was the first disease mRNA therapeutics tackled. And given the success of the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines at preventing severe cases of the virus, it most certainly won't be the last. The new candidates are lining up with scientists saying that mRNA could make it possible to develop vaccines against diseases that, until now, haven't had solutions in sight. One of these is HIV. Moderna, whose name, by the way, comes from the modified RNA.
I didn't know that.
Didn't know that.
Because Moderna, now this is something because Moderna is such a household name over the past couple of years because of the vaccine. The COVID vaccine is their first commercial product.
Right. So which makes sense why they're called modified RNA. Moderna.
Which is crazy because they're a big public pharmaceutical company.
Which is interesting because if you think about it and you do your own research, you'll start to find connections back to the beginning of this whole coronavirus COVID-19 thing. And
Did you know that Moderna's headquarters are in Wuhan?
Okay, all right. Well,
did you know that Moderna actually was founded the same year the HIV/AIDS epidemic started?
So they launched trials of the experimental mRNA-based HIV vaccine called mRNA 1644 this week, 1644, which was actually the year that Moderna was founded by one of the fathers of modern slavery. So you just gotta follow the trail. Phase
Actually,
one.
the Q pointed that out, and ever since Q said
that's
that, we've been turned on to the actual truth because we are all truth seekers
I
here.
love the world.
Truth movement. Phase one. The phase one trial will consist of giving the vaccine to 56 adults who don't have HIV. So that's that sounds problematic.
And actually, they're going to find in a month that they no longer or don't have HIV.
Oh, this got so silly so quickly.
It's because we just ate.
Are we more silly after we eat?
I guess. Yeah, man. I just drank a full fucking strawberry milkshake from Five Guys. I'm wired, bro.
Okay, let's start
All right,
after the
all
break
right, here
now.
we go, here we go. No, that's all right. Let's pretend. All right, here we go. We're starting over, and here we go.
This is interesting.
And fresh. All right, so Moderna's got a HIV vaccine, guys. And the phase one trial will consist of giving the vaccine to 56 adults who don't have it. With the primary
have the
goals,
vaccine or
they
don't have
they HIV. And so the primary goal there is to evaluate its safety and monitor the development of an immune response in participants. That's very funny that they're going, you don't have HIV, so we're gonna stick you with this vaccine just to make sure it doesn't kill you.
Well, I think it's because people with HIV would be much more immunologically vulnerable.
Compromised. Yeah.
Immunocompromised?
Yep. You could have just said that.
I know that word.
Yeah.
In addition to the initial version of the vaccine, Moderna also developed a variant called mRNA 1644 V2 Core. Catchy.
That's like how I name all the files for these episodes when I'm editing them on my
Yeah,
computer. I'm like,
V2.
V2 final
This
for
is-
real this time.
Yeah.
Final for real this
Dot
time.
MP4.
Yeah, final two, final
Real
three.
final 4.
This is what your phone just names photos that you took and
Yeah.
the raw data. As detailed in Moderna's August 11th submission to the National Institutes of Health Clinical Trials Registry, participants in the trial will be split into 4 different groups. with one group getting the mRNA 1644 and a second group getting the mRNA 1644 V2 final 121 final. And the remaining two groups getting a mix of both versions rather than a blind trial where people don't know which injection they're receiving. Participants will be informed of what they're actually getting.
And colloquially, they're referring to it as swamp water.
Yeah.
Right.
So in order to
love that
drain the swamp, the phase 1 trial is scheduled to take around 10 months. Later stage trials will then take place much longer than COVID-19 trials did. As COVID spread like wildfire in 2022, I don't know if you guys remember this, getting hundreds of thousands sick, it was much easier to give people a vaccine and quickly see who became infected and who didn't. HIV is, thankfully, far less prevalent. And as you can go a lifetime without ever coming into contact with the virus.
Yeah, it's way easier to do it like to do this 20 years after it spread like wildfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
mRNA. And that was their plan all along. mRNA
Fashionably
101, as you probably heard by now through reading up on the COVID vaccines, mRNA-based versions work a little differently than traditional vaccines, which used a weakened piece of virus to expose their bodies to.
Did it really say, as you may have heard now after reading up on the, or did you just say that?
No, I said, yeah, that's what they wrote.
It sounds like they're saying in fewer words or more words, perhaps, after doing your own research.
As detailed in an excellent, very worth listening to Game Changers podcast from The Economist, mRNA vaccines are intended to train our cells to create proteins to fight viruses. The mRNA is the intermediary between DNA and proteins control pretty much everything that happens in our cells. DNA makes mRNA, which is in turn acts as a messenger and instructs our cells to make proteins. The workshop where the proteins get made is the cell's ribosome. This is fundamentally the idea behind RNA therapeutics, said Natasha Loder, health policy editor at The Economist. It's about taking control of that workshop by essentially manipulating these messengers. And so at the heart of what they're doing here with this HIV vaccine, it's kind of similar to that.
Do you guys ever wonder, like, what would have, not to make this about COVID, but what this would have, what kind of reception, and if all the bullshit about, like, all the conspiracy bullshit about the vaccine, about the COVID vaccine, do you think it all would have been mitigated if mRNA had been successfully used in something like HIV, where it was like, oh, finally, this thing that they've been working on for a very, very long time finally has this promising drug with this new technology, and that had happened like in 2018 or something,
possibly,
and then 2020 they're like, hey, and for the first time since the HIV vaccine, we're implementing mRNA technology into these vaccines, and it would have just like totally not had the craziness that happened about the vaccines.
I don't think it would have affected I think the craziness would have happened regardless because I mean, you can present people who think that there are conspiracy theories around them with logical and rational arguments of why the things that they think are fucking crazy, and they won't believe you anyway. So it's possible to think that, but
it's just too much scale.
Yeah, and the other thing I was going to say was, I can't remember.
I mean, but to bring this back to what we were talking to making this more about the fact that this could be used for successfully treating HIV and getting rid of
many other diseases.
And sorry, does it say whether it would be prophylactic or would it be you'd get HIV and it would
treat it?
Whether the HIV vaccine will work as well as the COVID vaccine remains to be seen, and it will take far longer to know, but initial indications are promising. Earlier this year, the International AIDS Vaccine Initiative and Scripps Research tested a piece of the vaccine and saw a 97% of study participants developing the intended immune response. If it's ultimately successful, an HIV vaccine could be particularly helpful in countries or areas where people don't have easy access to antiretroviral and pre-exposure prophylaxis, so PrEP, the drug PrEP. mRNA is now being touted as a potential tool for vaccines against everything from malaria to even cancer. in the wake of so much catastrophe, we can see that technology as one good thing the COVID-19 pandemic has left in its destructive wake.
That's what I was going to
So-
say is that
I think it would be the way I'm gathering this, and I could be wrong, but the way I'm taking this is that it is it's like a preventative, like PrEP, right? So you take PrEP in order to,
And I wonder if it would, if it would be, you wonder whether that would make it work its way into like childhood vaccinations, or if it would be
right,
not,
yeah,
or if it would not be for, I don't know the statistics on HIV in North America or Europe, but like obviously you know that the HIV rates in African nations are really high, and especially I think sub-Saharan Africa is really where it's really bad. And so, would it be something that would be implemented really heavily there, but not really in North America because because there's not, the likelihood is a fraction of what it would be in a country like
that's a good question.
Congo or something like that.
The other thing that I was thinking about with mRNA vaccines is that really we could look at the COVID-19 pandemic. I guess this is really essentially what this article is all about in one sense, is that without the COVID-19 pandemic, it may not have paved the way for mRNA vaccines for other things to be possible or used right now. So like the fact that it like expedited that process is
bit of a silver
obviously
lining.
What was
so-
Bruce? What was Bruce's last name? Something
buffer.
Zetter.
Zetter. Bruce Zetter.
Sorry.
He said, yeah, I know, right? Common misconception. It's time. That Bruce Zetter said that it would be, that it was going to be about like 20 years, or that he thought that we moved up the timeline by 10 or 15 years.
Yeah.
With COVID moved the mRNA timeline up by about 10 or 15 years.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, because he said that there was you fucking beat him to it. You mostly feel like 90% cured your CF already.
Yeah. I forgot to take my pill last night though. So
You can't do that. But
other-
he said that there was the trial going on with an mRNA treatment for CF.
yeah, but I mean, if that was a cure, that'd be
Right.
even crazier than what I'm dealing with now.
Totally.
The other thing is that the like just the fact that I don't know, I can't remember what I was gonna say again.
Cool.
Oh wow.
Well, here's something that's
Because you just ate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
far more interesting than that brain fart. How do you guys feel about mayo?
I'm pro Mayo.
I'm pro Mayo too.
Yeah,
I just had some with my fries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually haven't had like mayo in quite a while because we get vegan
Yeah,
mayo.
right. I only get aioli because I'm better. Better than all of you.
The greatest rebrand of the 21st century.
Yeah. Mayo. How do you guys feel about sea turtles?
I'm pro sea turtle.
Yeah, me too.
How do you guys feel about straws?
Anti-straw.
Yeah, me too.
Anti-straw for
Plastic.
people. Anti-straw for me.
Anti-plastic straws. I like metal straws
Oh yes, metal straws.
or like bamboo reusable ones.
Getting problematic. Plastic straw is very important for the disabled community. It looks like you guys hate people who are disabled. Good to know. Thank you, folks, and remember it. I don't.
That's
Plastic straws.
You asked for me,
Prez.
not for the not in
Plastic
general.
straws for presidents. Fuck the sea turtles. Let them die. That's what I say. And thank God I know you're all with me on this. So here's how mayo is being used to save sea turtles. So we don't need to get rid of plastic straws. We just need mayo.
Oh, interesting.
Which is also like definitely made with like oil in some way, like
mayo.
gasoline, like
You think
petroleum.
there's petroleum in mayo?
No.
There's petroleum in everything.
No.
Petroleum in the
no.
bottle that mayo comes in.
That's
For
not what's
sure,
happening
yeah.
here. Mayo's saving the petroleum-covered turtles. So according to the Associated Press, a recent oil spill on Israel's coast has created an environmental crisis for wildlife, and that includes more than one. That includes sea turtles. More than 1,000 tons of tar have washed ashore over 120 miles.
Oh God.
Sea turtles native to the region are being subjected to the toxic substance that covers their bodies and enters their digestive systems, giving them very upset tummies.
What are we doing?
I know.
to the planet.
I know.
Rescue turtles have been
Not the
moved.
planet, dude. Us. What are you doing to us?
Yeah.
But the planet includes us.
Yeah,
No,
but the
dude,
planet-
the planet's going.
The planet doesn't give a
fucking- well, I don't
fuck,
give a
dude.
shit.
Anybody who's saying save the planet, yo, rebrand to save humanity.
I
That's
need
it.
I need you to
Save
ask
the
I need you
turtles.
to ask me any questions for clarification on that, because when I use the term planet, I'm talking about all of the life forms that inhabit it,
Okay,
not the
sure.
actual like rock.
Okay.
Right.
and
Remember how
fucking
we were
ground.
just having a conversation before we started recording about the words that we use
Intent.
and the meaning?
Yeah,
and the
it's about intent.
Yeah, yeah.
I need you
So-
guys to ask questions to understand my intent.
And I just need you to use better words.
Okay, I'll try my
Yeah,
best.
we'll meet each other halfway.
I'm trying my best here. I can't even remember what type of questions I want to ask you guys.
So sea turtles native to the region are being fucked up, and rescue turtles are being moved to the Sea Turtle Rescue Center in Mishmoret, to receive treatment. Quote, they all got here with a coat of tar on their heads,
Oh my
in their
God.
eyes,
Oh no.
and their nostrils, and their mouth, and digestive system, and stomach. Yaniv Levy, founder of the center, told Israel News outlet Haaretz.com.
Imagine they're a bunch of sea donuts.
With this kind of damage, they have no chance to survive without treatment. We remove the tar from their nostrils and eyes so they could breathe and see. To flush the tar out, conservationists have found that mayonnaise is an effective solution.
I totally understand that, because when I have mayonnaise, it really flushes out my insides. It's like kind of
Yeah.
just goes through there,
Yeah.
takes everything with it, and then it comes out like
Really
2 hours
clears the
later.
system.
So
in a
what's happening?
disgusting
What's probably
mess.
happening there is, because I know you eat a lot of tar, is that first vegetable oil is used to thin out the tar, and then turtles are fed the condiment via a syringe, which dilutes the tar and allows it to be flushed out of their digestive tract.
Where do the straws come into play here?
Well, just that, everybody thinks that straws are killing the turtles. Really, it's the fucking tar. Just because we saw one video of a straw being pulled out of a fucking turtle's nose is not enough for us to get rid of plastic straws. And actually, plastic straws are kind of important. And also, if you think plastic straws are the fucking problem, take a look around, brother. Okay? There's a way more fucking things that we need to be worrying about. Like this fucking, this Five Guys cup that I just ordered. I'm a
That's
piece
made
of
of-
shit.
no,
I'm a
that-
piece of
that's
shit.
That's made
I'm
of
a piece of shit
That's made of
for
paper.
ordering this.
You can
That's
probably
that's made of paper, dude.
you can probably feel better that the guy who delivered it rode here on an e-bike.
That's a very renewable resource.
That I do feel better.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, this has nothing to do with straws.
To be
but-
fair-
but the straws aren't the problem.
To be
It's
fair-
it's the oil companies that are taking a big old
Totally.
shit on turtles.
Because getting a straw in a turtle's nose would be like throwing a dart on a bullseye from like 100 feet away.
Can I share?
man.
Can I share
Yeah.
something with you?
Sure.
That's investing related, but I'm not going to talk about investing.
Fuck's sakes. And how
Tesla-
does this tie into fucking
Okay,
Larry
so-
David?
so the-
and Seinfeld?
That's really funny. So there's an index that's called the S&P 500 ESG index, which basically an ESG
Could it
is,
be more letters?
ESG is environmental, social, and governance, and it's a measure by which companies are measured in terms of like what they're doing for the environment and their like social governance, like whether they have diverse boards of directors, and stuff like that.
Have we
Okay?
done any research into like who's really like giving out these designations and stuff though? Like, is it just like you pay your
S&P,
buddy?
Standard and Poor's.
Yeah, they pay their buddies.
Biggest rating agency on the planet. So basically, Tesla was recently taken off of this list, even though they're an electric car company, and even though obviously they add to carbon emissions, they're doing lots to remove it, and that same index has awarded Exxon as one of the in the top 3 most environmentally like concerned companies.
This is
on-
my
in the
question
wo- in
about
the
it,
world.
is who's doing the
Well,
awarding of those
exactly,
things?
exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
Kind of reminds me of a conversation we just had on the podcast with Britt Ray about Generation Dread and the fact that we are fucked.
Climate anxiety.
And that
Yeah.
is it.
that Exxon can be on that list as like an environmental steward,
yeah.
and Tesla's been kicked off the list.
But I'll tell you one thing, dude. Fuck straws. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
we're
gotta
all
get those
bad.
fucking straws out of the picture, because
We're all
that'll
bad.
solve it all.
We're bad people.
All right, so because mayonnaise has proteins and fats, it's also nourishing for the turtles. So not only is it clearing out the tar, it's making them go, yum.
They're on a
very
keto diet, or
and who are right now subsidizing almost exclusively on an all Mayo diet. Oh my god,
dude, that sounds
they
horrible.
are keto. Currently, 27 turtles are being treated. Though the turtles began to respond with care within days, it could be weeks or months before they're ready to be released back into the wild.
I honestly,
Pending results of their blood work.
I want to go down and protest now in front of this group's office because those
group
turtles
saving the
should
turtles?
be, they should be eating organic, and
Yeah.
feeding them mayo is completely unacceptable.
Well,
This
I don't
is-
know.
this-
It
this
is
is a
it is
hilarious-
sustaining them.
a
I mean, and mayo
hilarious-
really is just, it's like vegetable oil and eggs. You know, like it's kind of
Yeah.
nice. It's yummy.
You
I
can
do wanna
always
say,
take it one step further, though.
I
It's
do.
what you're illustrating.
Yeah, I have two things to say. The first thing is congratulations, Stina, because you get producer of the week on our Discord for giving me this story, which has been great. Secondly, I want to say for the the Exxon Mobil's and like those kinds of places, why aren't right? So like this oil company, right, takes a big old fucking oil dump on all these fucking turtles, and everyone's crying about straws. Really, shut the fuck up about the straws.
Dude, you are
This
bitter
is
on
this is the
straw
problem,
thing.
right? This is the fucking problem. So if they do this to the turtles, right? And we got 27 turtles being treated. Why don't we have at least 27, if not 2,700 people taking their own version of a dump on the front step of like ExxonMobil?
Because
You know, like,
I'll
why
tell
aren't
you
we
exactly
just
why.
taking shits
I'll tell you exactly why.
right where these people have to work? Like,
because-
just take a shit there.
No, it's because these guys in charge of these companies have fetishes with shit, like their scat play
They're cool
fetishes.
with that.
And we learned this from the
Yeah.
what's the Nygaard
Yeah.
case. Like these are just, it's the same cookie cutter
Oh,
version
it was
of a
Nygaard
person
into
who-
shit? I know that McAfee was.
Yeah, Nygaard was, McAfee
They were
was. See,
homies. They
they're-
were homies,
they're,
were they not?
They're cookie cutter, same
Right.
dude.
They do love
Is-
shit.
Yeah,
You're right.
and,
And
this is
so-
why
yeah.
they don't. This is why these people don't see the problem with the shit that they're taking on the turtles, because they're like,
They
I
think
don't get-
everybody
They're
likes
like,
it.
I don't get why they don't like it.
They're
Yeah.
actually good people.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
right. They're just misguided.
See, this is why intent doesn't matter, because if they think based on their intent, they feel like they're doing the right thing.
Yeah, right.
Well, I still think we should take a shit where they were.
You know what the problem is with the plastic straws though, Jer, is that they're actually made out of the same oils that are being dumped on the turtles' heads anyway. So it's like
Yes,
That's
it's
right.
like just more processed
yeah, it's true.
and a little bit later
It's
down
true,
the
but
line.
you know what? The straws aren't the problem. You know?
The oil is.
It's the dudes taking shits in the ocean. That's the
Do you
problem.
think that Jared's taking big straw money?
Yeah, I think.
Do you think he's like in Big Straw's pocket?
I think he
He
is.
sounds like he's in Big
I
Straw's
didn't even know there was
pocket.
an industry, but
Oh, dude, there's big everything.
you guys like metal?
Context?
yeah,
The music.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a big metalhead.
When my hair was long, for sure.
I do like me some metal. I don't like Metallica though. But here's a Metallica
Is Metallica
story.
a real metal?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're just a bunch of fucking. They're just a bunch of babies.
I thought like real metalheads would be like, ah
Speaking
man,
of
that's
babies,
baby metal.
Speaking of babies and metal and Metallica, a woman gave birth at a Brazilian stadium show as Metallica was playing Enter Sandman.
Oh, that's cool.
Did they name their kid Sandman after?
Well, let's find out. Supermarkets, cars, and lifts are just some of the unusual places reported for babies who've made speedy entrances into the world, probably precipitous births.
We're familiar.
But one newborn in Brazil now surely lays claim to the most rock and roll arrival of all time. 2-day-old Luan Figueiro was born at a Metallica gig in the Couto Pereira Stadium in Brazil's southern state of Paraná to the sound of Enter Sandman, according to his mom.
Wow.
Metallica have shared details of the birth with their 8.2 million followers on the band's Instagram stories. Joyce M. Figueiro, who bought tickets to the show 3 years ago, said she was 39 weeks pregnant and sitting in a special area for the show when her contractions began during Metallica's set. With just 3 songs left to go, holy shit, she was really holding on. The plan was to take her to the hospital by ambulance, but there was no more time, in quotations.
Oh, so she just really didn't want to go.
Sharing the news in the post written by in both Portuguese and English on Instagram, Mrs. Figueroa said that her son was born right there in the stadium as the band's biggest hit, Enter Sandman, played. The whole day was very crazy, she said, adding that she had joked the little boy's name would be James Ulrich, named after Metallica's frontman, James Hetfield, and drummer Lars Ulrich.
They should have called him Sandman.
I mean, hey,
That
Miss
makes way more sense.
Figueroa
Or Enter.
said she had entered or had received lots of messages about her son's birth and thanked well wishes for their support. She said, quote, "I'm great physically and trying to understand how this happened," she wrote.
Well,
I
I
can
mean,
tell-
she
I can tell you
she
how that happened.
staved off
You
the
just
ambulance
stayed,
ride.
You just
Yeah.
sat there.
Yeah.
Thanks for everyone's love and concern.
Do you think that she was just like so full of adrenaline listening to metal that she was just like in the zone and like present in her body and the experience that she just felt compelled to give birth there?
Faster.
Dude, the fucking
Faster.
double kick drum was probably what sent her into the attractions. And she was like, oh, it's coming. Oh, God, but they haven't played Enter Sandman yet. Oh, there it is. I love this. Oh. And then the
Yeah.
baby's out. Here's you want to know something really sad?
No.
Luan was not the first baby to be born at a gig. And here's a really sad story. In 2019, a woman gave birth during a Pink concert in Liverpool's Anfield Stadium and then went on to name her little girl Dolly Pink. That's so sad. That's as sad as it gets.
Dolly Pink?
You imagine growing up and being like, and like you fucking turn of age and you go, I'm going to listen to some music. And then your mom's like, you should listen to this Pink song because you were born at this concert. And that's what I named you after. And then you listen to a Pink song and you go,
Shit.
what?
Dude.
I'm changing my name today.
And that's why we named you Avril.
Yeah. Hey, actually.
Avril Skater.
That's the type of person that's just so, that mom is so annoying that it's possible she's the executive of like an oil and gas company.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh.
why we got to take a shit on that mother's doorstep. All right.
Play me the song you named me after. He was a skater boy.
By the way, that was What the Health. That was our What the Health segment. That
Oh.
lady pooped out baby
Well,
during
I
Sandman.
mean, we didn't know
Enter
that.
Sandman.
You didn't tell us.
So yeah, no, I forgot. What a silly episode this was, huh?
Have we just been all three distinctly different people since we ate?
I think so.
I don't know what happened, man.
I think
It was a fucking weird one.
that was weird. Yeah.
We hadn't eaten all day.
This
We
is
recorded a
interesting.
bunch of episodes.
I mean,
Fucking
do I
food
seem
got
different?
here.
Because you guys seem like different people.
I need to take a nap.
I got
Am I
another
different?
commitment.
You're different. You can't handle your baby sucking into your ear.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. I can't. Dude, it flips a switch.
Guys, I just want to say I'm grateful that we get to do this together. And I want to say that now to you publicly, just in case there's no listeners next week. Just that I have like, because we never
Yes.
know when there just will be.
You never know when it's all gonna dry
You
up.
never know when people will just be tired of this.
You never know when it's all just gonna go.
You never know when we could just be a bunch of turtles with straws in our noses.
You never. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you really never know.
Well, it's not the straws problem. So, folks, thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. We're coming back every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we've got some really fun episodes in the pipeline
We
lined
do.
up for weeks to come. We're very excited to be coming at you all summer long with some good fucking content. And I know summer's not really the greatest time to be listening to podcasts, but if you go for a
Singing
run,
Sweet Home Alabama.
if you go for a
all
run
summer.
or anything like that, you know, just like stick us in your ears and listen along.
They
And,
named me Kid.
And if you want to
This is
support
much
the
silly
podcast, you
gooses.
can just leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. And if you have Spotify and mobile app, you can leave it in there.
and if you want to send us a letter, I would love to know what dumb name would you give your kid if you had to name them after your band, your favorite band, and your favorite song by that band, and it's got to be a combination of the band and their and your favorite song by that band.
Isn't that how you get like your stripper name?
It's something,
It's
yeah,
kinda like that,
yeah, something
yeah.
like that. So you're gonna email letters@sickboypodcast.com and let us know the combination of those names. And if you want to be a guest on the show, sickboypodcast.com/contact.
And if you want to join us on Discord for the post-episode conversation, you can do that. We're over on Discord.
Heyo.
Shout out again to Stina for being the producer of the week for the great content that she shared. You can also share content over there on Discord if you join us. The link to our Discord is in the show notes. And as always, a huge thank you to the folks that make this show happen. Thank you, Jeff Lonis, our manager. We just love you so much. And thanks to Rich O'Coin for the theme music.
That is it for this week.
I'm Brian.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Jeremy, and this is Sick Boy.
Suck boy.